find those picks, and it's going to be Renekton in the top lane against the Galio, so certainly should be a lane that someday can bully. And this is Dragon's going over to C9, and I think that Dignitas will try to fight this.
Behind enemy lines, Cloud9 looking to start things off. Big in some trouble, having to try to flash away from these bullets, but they're still able to find the first blood for Cloud9. Contracts cashing in on that one. Someday going to be tanking these guys for now. Pop here getting himself firsted down. Jensen grabbing the kill. Cloud9 find themselves two. Looks like they're about to make it three. Alltech will not stand against this long double kill for the Syndra. Tanking the turret aggro, barely going to be kept alive by the heal.
Trigger here and look to set up a play, but Impact is faster.
Cloud9 coming around. There's that synergy between Rengar and Lulu you were talking about. Azale Big getting himself bursted down. Some big damage as Keen's on the run. And Dignitas has no way to respond yet again. Cloud
any way to get in. They're going to go for the engage again. Galio is here.
First call opened up. Big has to be escorted out, but Sneaky weaving those bullets in between. Dignitas stays this far behind in the game. They're going to feel really bad about giving up. Someday, potentially catching Contracts out, but the heroic entrance going to be coming in. Big around the side, still looking to finish off Contracts. Gets them. Utilizing the power of the ulti now. Can they find Impact as well? Sunday so ferocious on this Renekton. The winds of war will blow, but they will not find their mark. A double kill for Big. And Dignitas.
Cloud9 setting up a trap here, maybe.
Lucian can place down. Contract's going to be caught out a little bit. Heroic entrance, knocking up a couple. Alltech already dead. Sneaky grabbing the kill. Contracts back into the middle of this fight, and Big is down now too. Someday Keen and Shrimp in full retreat. One last shot. The fat man's out of there. Keen has to try to jump himself out. The Valkyrie to stay safe for now. Deadly Flourish finding the mark. Going to be there too. CC into CC into CC into see you later. Jensen,
he's going in.
This is a highlight reel play or it's a disaster. One or the other. Someday right there into the mix. Going to be Polymorph. Still trying to find the damage, but he won't get anyone. Gives him an extra 300 gold. Does finally get kill credit onto Impact.
Now Dignitas trying to rush down this Infernal.
Oh,
stolen away.
And Deadly Flourish onto your jungler. Contracts showing up so big right there. Trying to chase Alltech down if he can. Going a bit too far. Jensen coming in to make sure it's a 1-for-1 at least. Big in some trouble. Taken down by the auto attack. Who needs spells when you can hit him with that extra little bit of the basic? As Keen gets himself stunned up. Not quite the follow-up showing up just yet. Shrimp looking to go for Sneaky, but that Jhin is unstoppable. Flash into the shot. Double kill.
Fourth shot there. Strong enough Someday. Popping the ultimate, trying to do something, trying to hold on to this turret, but I don't know if they're going to let him.
He's not doing anything. He's just polymorphed until he's going to be taken down. Wildfire
coming in,
keeping him alive, and Sneaky is godlike on this threat.
Yeah, Someday popped that ultimate, couldn't even put him in, and Big is just erased.
This Morgana is not having the effect that they needed it to have like a
third. Is Cloud9 closing in on this final inhibitor.
Rengar roar sounds. Big's going to be brought down. Impact coming forward, looking to channel that taunt. Sneaky knocked back in the back for the flank. Looking to go for Jensen if he can, but he's already legendary. Taking down Shrimp, the heroic entrance. As now they're going to be able to burst down Someday. Legendary for Sneaky. More damage coming through. Alltech locked up, rooted down, taken out. Keen on the run. Impact still trying to find the taunt. Can't quite get it. But 1 versus 3 is not a situation that saves a game. Cloud9 on to the Nexus turret. Sneaky still alive. 9-0 and 6. There is no way for Keen to possibly hold this. Jensen and Sneaky and Impact far too much of a threat. The Nexus itself now exposed. Super minions wailing on it, and Cloud9 will take down Dignitas and continue to contend for a top spot in the North American LCS.
Both teams going to be tied at 5-3 after week 4 here. A Cloud9 with a strong weekend for themselves, and Dignitas 0-2 this weekend. They lose to Immortals. They win the first game in that series. They lose the next 2. Same story again today against Cloud9, as they are found wanting against some of the toughest competition the NALCS has to offer.
And what did we hear Sneaky say at the start of this series? That Dignitas sometimes comes out of the gate swinging, but then they lose that momentum. He said, we want to make sure we're the ones who derail them. And today, they definitely contributed.